to just set up a little intro. It is a one-woman show based on true events from my life, from childhood up to adulthood. I wrote the treatment for laid off after I actually got laid off from my full-time job, which was the start of many awakenings for me. I had just turned 30 years old that year, and I decided I really wanted to pursue acting seriously, hardcore, and I was given the opportunity to be unemployed for a little bit. So it was like, make your own and go act until you get a full-time job, and when you get that full-time job, still do it. So within that, I decided to discuss many topics from domestic violence, mental health, body image, you name it. I performed it around to different venues across the city. I've been to Columbus, Yellow Springs. I went to Chicago last year. I'm just looking to do it in other locations as well. And I will say my favorite location to perform at is Pique, because it's amazing. It has great acoustics, and it's great. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the show. And I want to introduce my accompaniment, Tigervoice. You can find him on Instagram and Facebook. Tigervoice, no spaces, correct? Yes. All right. So without further ado, I will introduce my life.
Good morning, Miss Laila. How are ya doing? It's time that you get up. Good morning, Miss Laila. How are ya doing? It's time that you get up. Good morning, Miss Laila. How are ya doing? It's time that you get up. Good morning, Miss Laila. How you doing? It's time to get up. Good morning, Miss Laila. How are you? Hey, it's time to get up.
Oh, okay, I forgot to set the alarm for 8 a.m. again. Man, my alarm clock is getting more and more floral and talented each day. Snooze. 10 more minutes and I could sleep a little bit longer. But I gotta go. I said I'm gonna be late. Gotta get everything. That's right. Because you know what, Layla? You really can't do the acting thing until you get a paycheck to pay for the acting stuff. Got keys, got the purse, got the shoes. It's a casual job, but it's not that casual. Okay. Perfect. They won't notice the difference. Ah! Damn shoes. Another one? Someone's punking me. You know, I always knew that my 30s would have unlimited milestones, but I never know I'd have to walk on so many of them getting up to it. 30. What is 30 anyway? 10 around 3 times. I still haven't figured all this stuff out yet. I have a job that basically requires a high school diploma. A lovely pair of shoes that has a hole that's getting bigger and bigger. That's more rocks to get in. Have an apartment with bed bugs that I don't even sleep in, because it's not my fault, it's the neighbor's fault. But I can't sleep there. I got a car. Gets me places. Late, procrastinating again. Oh my god. My inner monologue is gonna get me fired. Better yet, why am I even in any type of rush at all? I don't have a job anymore. I got laid off. I got laid off from my full-time job at iHeartRadio. I thought I'd made it. I was on the 6th floor, and I worked for the executive assistant to the vice president of engineering at iHeartRadio. It was in my major, sort of. And then one day my boss asked me to come into his office, and he towered above me over 6 foot tall, and he said, "Laila, I'm really sorry, but you have about 15 minutes to pack everything up. Your position has been eliminated." I had just gotten back from lunch. I felt like I had a brick in my stomach instead of the pretzel I had from my TN's minutes before, rather. But it felt like hours had passed by, but he literally told me, "You don't have a job anymore, you have 15 minutes. And I've never been one with time management, so the time just went slower, and then it went faster, and then it went slower, and before you knew it, I got up and I ran to the stairwell where I normally would go when I would feel like I was messing up on Excel spreadsheets because I didn't make them look perfect enough. They were too creative and fun looking. But I went to that stairwell and I called my best friend Erica, who I would always call when I messed up those Excel spreadsheets. And I said, "Erica, you're not going to believe this. I just got laid off." And she said, "Laila, this is great. Now you can just go be an actor. Go act. This is perfect." Where am I going to act in Cincinnati? I'm going to act like I'm an actor. I'm going to be an extra, maybe, but what am I going to do? And she said, "Laila, just go act." And before you know it, I had about 5 minutes left on my time clock to get my stuff out, and before I knew it, my stuff was going in the box for me, and I managed to grab as much as I could to help out. And I grabbed my items off my shelf and put them in one by one as quickly as I could and careful as I could. My boss helped me tape my box, and he carried it for me because he felt really bad. We walked down to the elevator down the hall, and he said, "So, Laila, what are you going to do now?" I wanted to tell him I'm going to go tell my therapist I can't afford to see him anymore. But instead I wiped the tears from my eyes and I told him, I said, "Hey, I'm going to go be an actor. You know I go on auditions anyway on my lunch break. I'm going to try the acting stuff. That's what I'll do." And I went down to my car in the garage and I cried my eyes out because I felt like I was the biggest loser ever. I thought to myself, yeah, you have a master's degree, but you haven't really mastered anything quite yet. What am I even qualified for? Well, let's see. I'm a really big Jimi Hendrix fan. That might pay off someday. I'm a short attention span that could make money at some point. I'm a really good ex-girlfriend. Perfect at it. Wait a minute. I've been working since I was, 8? I had my first job when I was 8 years old. I was a storyteller and diversity representative since the age of 7, matter of fact. I remember like it was yesterday. Under the big city lights of Dayton, Ohio, there I was. An 8-year-old little girl with plenty of stories in her head to share with her classmates. You gotta start from somewhere, right? No, I'm not getting anything for Christmas. We don't celebrate. Hanukkah? Easter? No. Kwanzaa? You know what? We really could. We don't have any candles in our house. I'm Muslim. No, I didn't just make that up. It's a religion. Trust me, you're going to hear a lot about us in the next few years. Just don't believe all the crazy stuff. Any other questions? Well, I got a story. You guys want to hear it? So here's what happened. I decided I was going to walk onto the bus stop by myself. My mom was asleep and she had no idea. Well, I wanted to walk down by myself so that he wouldn't walk me down. My dad. One
Morton Mindy on Nick at Night with Robin Williams. And we're nattering around the house. And the next minute, he's flipping out over something. Well, just the other day, I was at the dinner table, and I said something. And he looked at me and he said, "Laila, stop talking like that. You sound like a white girl. Stop talking like that." Stop talking like what? Maybe I shouldn't say anything at all. He gets mad at me. He sends me to the school with you and gets mad I come home sounding like you. You know I'm the only brown kid in the whole school. The one who has to use the brown crayon, like what Miss Kuzak says. What if I want to be purple or periwinkle? Anyway, I decided I was going to walk down the bus stop by myself. So I went down to the basement and into the garage. And I pushed the button. And the garage door went up. And it growled at me like a monster. And I felt this cold breeze hit my face. It almost knocked me over. Wait a minute. If I go out the garage door, how am I going to shut it if I'm outside? I guess I'll just go out the front door. Wait a minute. There's something really exciting about rolling under a garage door when it's about to shut. So I did it. I dropped and I rolled and I rolled and I rolled and the garage door made it slam down behind me like boom. And I looked behind me and I looked in front of me and there I was, outside. I was free. I couldn't move. My book bag strap got stuck under the garage door. So, and I left my lunchbox too. So I had no choice but to pull my book bag from under the garage door and go back to the house and ring the doorbell. My dad answered the door. "Laila, what are you doing outside?" I was looking at the rocks and flowers and things. He didn't believe me. So he put on a dashiki and walked me down to the bus stop anyway. And that's how I ended up on the bus with you guys. True story. Oh, but wait, there's more. There's some science fiction stuff going on in our house. Well, just yesterday, my mom and dad were arguing, and I guess their phone got mad too. So it flew out of their room, through my door, and landed in my room. I saw with my own 2 eyes. I didn't know that phones could fly. You don't have phones flying through your house, do you? Well, then I guess it's just my house. It's like science fiction. See, there's this big hole in the door. It's almost like another galaxy's in there. But my mom covered it up with this Mickey Mouse calendar that I got for my birthday. But the hole is still there. Well, I guess the hole always will be there unless we get another door, when we move. Oh yeah, I'm moving. Again. This time we're moving to a place called Maryland. So that's Cincinnati, Dayton, Cincinnati, and then Cincinnati back to... We're moving to Maryland next. But before I leave, I have a confession to make. Okay guys, remember I told you my middle name was Elizabeth? It's not. It's Basima. No, not basement. It's Basima. It means smile in Arabic. Well, I only told you guys my middle name was Elizabeth. I thought you'd make fun of me. Laila Elizabeth Hameen. It's Laila Hameen. You didn't laugh. Oh, that's cool. With such from the top of the names. My last name, Hameen? Well, my mom said it means friend. And Basima, it means smile. And Laila, of the night. So all you are my Hameens, and you make me Basima, so even if it's Laila or not out there. I just hope you guys remember me. Well, if you miss me, pull out the brown crayon. And I guess if you really want to miss me, you pull out the purple one too. Because they're both me. I can't wait to see what life's going to be like in Maryland. It's a fresh start. 3rd grade, 3rd city, 3rd school. I guess 3 is my lucky number. Can't wait to see what life's going to be like after that. If we move one more stinking time. 13 years old, it's 1997. Guess what my job is now? A girl who unpacks things and packs them again. First Dayton to Cincinnati, then Cincinnati back to Dayton, then Dayton to Maryland, and then Maryland all the way back to Cincinnati. Why do we keep moving back here? What is it? The Reds, the Chili, the Conies? I don't know what it is. I just want to go back to Maryland. Another box to pack, another suitcase to unpack, another school to go to. Change my name to Laila Hameen already. But I did bring my camcorder. Oh, I love this thing. Mom got this for me after my 6th grade graduation and my 6th grade musical. Well, I'm the only one in the family that loves it. It's my new best friend. I can tell all my stories to you now. Kids my age hate me. Well, I don't know if they hate me, but they definitely don't like me. I can make so many documentaries about forks and cups and spoons and things. And I can turn the camera on me, and I can be anybody I want to be. I could be the next Britney Spears if I want to. Oh yeah. Almost there, almost. Come on. Oh yeah. I'm getting there. I'm getting so good at this. I need friends. Soon. Because if I make one more videotape of me imitating Britney Spears or any other celebrity, my mom's going to make me go back to the Girl Scouts. I don't fit in there at all. Maybe I'll just make one more video and then I'll just keep the rest to myself. I'll have to watch this back soon because if my eyes look big on camera, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's bad enough the kids at school call me sea creature eyes. I kind of would like to know which sea creature it is so I can at least do a DNA test and see which one I'm related to. If my eyes look big on camera, I guess I'll just have to hold them like this. Perfect. But I won't see anything at all. I'll have to figure that out another day. All I know is that if I have to pack one more thing and unpack another thing, I'm used to it by now anyway. Well, my dad, he's still back east. And my sisters, they wanted to stay in Maryland. So it's just me and Mom. I don't have very many friends except for my camcorder. When my dad, he talks to me sometimes. Not a lot. I mean, when we do talk, it's really awkward. I never know what to say to him. Last time I got off the phone with him, I was crying. He didn't say anything mean, he just said that he almost got in a fight the other day. I was sitting in class, minding my own business, and I was having a bad day. Well, I guess my classmate was having an even worse day. So she decided to yell across the room. "Shut up, Layla!" I wasn't even talking. And I said, in the quietest voice ever, "You're not my mother." And she clapped back at me. "I ain't trying to be your mama."
Okay, I think we're gonna fight. It's gonna become a fight. Oh, please tell me it's not gonna be a fight. I froze.
I felt all these 8th grade eyes staring through me. They wanted to fight. And I never fought anybody in my life. But all of a sudden, I felt this new layer of skin growing over mine. And it grew over my neck and over my face. And it revealed a face that wasn't mine. And so I looked at her with this face that wasn't mine, and I said, "You wanna go fight?" There was no fight that day, but what about tomorrow? I don't know what I'm getting into tomorrow. I'm not even done unpacking and I already hate it here. I figured to be on the safe side. Maybe tomorrow I'll be packing. Yeah, packing my lunch. And Fat Joe, the rapper. Well, see, there's this rapper named Fat Joe, and he's so scary and intimidating. Every time I look at his pictures in magazines, he always looks so strong. He doesn't care that he's fat. He's just... If I can look as half as intimidating as Fat Joe, then, surely I'll be okay. I may not be able to bring him physically with me, but I'll rip his picture out and I'll put it in my book bag and I'll bring it with me to remind myself that it's okay. Hopefully that makes some difference. Another box to pack, another suitcase to pack. Better put these things up before Mom calls up here one more time to tell me to unpack and straighten my room. Don't want to make her angry. She's already stressed enough. She's such a good mom. I'm always breaking stuff and I can't keep a room clean for the sake of my life. I just hope I grow out of this awkward phase. I'm 13 years old and I can't even make eye contact with a boy. Not like they'd be looking at me or anything. I wonder what my dad's up to. What his new wife is like. And the new kids, what are they like? Guess maybe someday I'll know. I'm just another MOM. Not a mom. A minority of the minority. Can't wait till life gets easier. Employment is fun, especially when you're in college. The next step on my resume would probably be 2004. I was a disordered college student. To backtrack a little, I was allowed to date when I turned 16. I don't know why, but I thought that on my 16th birthday, suddenly all these guys would be all over me. I blew out my 16th candle, not a guy in sight. I didn't get my first boyfriend until I was 18. I was a freshman at Central State University in Wilberforce, Ohio. I showed up on the first day wearing really wide-leg khakis and a Care Bear baby tee. I showed up looking like the Black Avril Lavigne. It was very complicated. But I managed to make friends. These really cool girls from Chicago, and this really cool girl from Cali, and this other really cool girl from Milwaukee.
They took me in because they saw me at a school dance struggling to keep up with everybody. I was the girl off doing her own thing. And they said, just let her go. Just let her do her thing. And they took me under their wing and we became the best friends ever. But one day I was sitting in my friend's dorm watching Sex and the City and educating myself about men. And suddenly these boys from Wilberforce University, an all-male college that was about 15 minutes down the road, the Wilberforce boys walked in to the female dorm looking for food. There was this tall, skinny beanpole guy who just stood there and stared at me. And finally, my friends from Chicago called him out.
You over there looking at Laila Muslim, I'm gonna have you know that you cannot touch her, you cannot look at her. She's gonna be a Muslim until her forever. She's gonna be Muslim forever, and she's gonna be a virgin until her Muslim wedding. So don't even look at her like twice. Okay?
That was the perfect way to get introduced to people. And I loved it. Each moment. And finally the beanpole spoke.
Hey, yo, word. Laila Muslim. Yo, I didn't get creepy or whatever, but I had heard there was this really pretty Puerto Rican girl up in here, right? And I just thought I'd come in and say hi to her.
Oh, you're talking to me. Oh, lo siento, yo no soy boricua, soy afroamericana. I'm not Puerto Rican, but I do speak Spanish. Sorry to disappoint you.
Oh, yo. So you're not a Puerto Rican, so you're like an Indian? Because you're like Muslim, or I'm messing up. But anyways, like, I know you ain't probably from here, but I just wanted to see what was up with you. You know, what are you doing right now? Besides, watching what looks like to be Sex in the City, I guess. You chicks be watching or whatever.
Yeah, watching Sex in the City, educating myself. Entertaining myself with people, with men. Yeah. Was there something else you wanted to ask me?
Well, I didn't mean to bother you or whatever, but I just wanted to see what made you tick and talk or whatnot. So I was thinking maybe I can get your phone number, you can take my phone number, we can talk and see what was up. But my boys, they're about to kick it back up to the mood, but it was nice meeting you, Laila. I'm just gonna call you Ella. It's nice to meet you. Here's my phone number. Peace out, yo. East Coast.
The beanpole left out as quickly as he came in. They're leaving. They're leaving. They're leaving. They're gone. Chicago friends, help! Cali friend, girl from Milwaukee, and girl from Texas down the hall. I can't remember your name, but please come here too. I need help. Oh, nothing happened, guys. That guy just gave me his number. I don't know what to do with it. I don't talk to boys. I do, but they don't really talk to me like that. This is too much pressure. I can't handle this. But finally, my friends gathered around me and laughed.
Laila Muslim, girl, B.Hameen's daughter. All you gotta do is pick up the number, dial the phone, and just say what's up. That's all you gotta do.
And Misha from Milwaukee, she chimed in.
B.Hameen's daughter, all you have to do is go ahead and just talk to that boy. Just say hi, say anything. Just don't look stupid. Just dial it.
Just don't look stupid, just dial it. Okay. So I picked up the number, and I dialed the number on my Nokia phone, waited for it to ring, and it was a voicemail. Thank God. Hi, Hi, Eric, this is Laila. L, I think that's what he called me. That's what he called me. Yeah, so I was just calling to say hey, and I hope your tuition is reasonable. Your textbooks are in good shape, and you got good GPA. Okay, well, just give me a call back, and it was nice meeting you the other day. Okay, bye. I did it! I called the boy. He's gonna hear my voice when he checks the voicemail, and that means I call a boy. I've never done that before in my life. This is so scary. I got claps. Miss Hameen's daughter, I called a boy. Miss Hameen's daughter. Wait. Miss Hameen's daughter. Did you call that boy with the braces? Yeah, he had braces. Yeah, they were shiny. He had braces on his teeth, yeah. Girl, you called the boy with the braces. Girl, you don't mess with no dude with no braces. He will mess you up. He'll get stuck. Stuck in what? I still don't know what they meant. Well, one day I was in my dorm watching my own television and my friend's borrowed Sex and the City DVD. And there was a knock on the door. Who is at my door at 10 o'clock at night? It is none other than B.Hameen himself. Eric? What are you doing here?
What's up, L? You know, I was in the neighborhood or whatever, and I figured I would come and see what made you taking taco or whatnot. Just pop in or just see what's good.
Everything's good here. Hey, my friend said you guys were coming around the dorm like looking for food the other day, like you were hungry or thirsty or something. I have so much ramen that you could just take your pick and I won't even miss any of it. So if you want to like go into this lovely little box over here and just pick whatever you want, and you can go on about your way if that's all you came here for.
Yo, L, I mean, that's really sweet of you or whatever, but I ain't coming here for food.
What'd you come here for then? Ew. Okay, like if you came here for what, like I think you came here for, I'm not quite there yet. But we maybe check some of the other girls, maybe they might like, be into that right now, but I'm just so far behind, it's not worth it.
Yo, L, I ain't come at you like that, bro. Hey, yo, Chad, I like how you act. You act really proper. You talk really proper too. You talk like, you talk like the Queen of England. You be talking about like tea and crumpets and stuff like that.
Tea and crumpets, it's more like cheeses and Gatorade, but whatever. What did you come here for though, dude? It's like 10 o'clock at night. If my RA sees you, she's gonna kill you. And the Beanpole replied back quietly.
I just maybe see if maybe we could like watch a movie or whatever. If it's another day, I can always walk back over here. And I know you think, I'm in college, I should have a car. But I'm from the East Coast. We don't really have cars like that. We hop on trains, we walk, ain't that big a deal. I could always walk back over and we could watch like another movie or something. Would that be cool?
And I said, well, yeah, sure, it's cool. But just not tonight, because my RA, she's gonna kill you. She sees you. And he walked away and he said, yo, Ellis, good chit chatting with you, seeing what's making you take a talk or whatnot, but I'll come back over for that movie. Y'all East Coast. And in that moment, all I could say was, hey, Midwest. And looked like an idiot. Again. After 9 months,
Eric, yo, East Coast, and
Laila from the Midwest became boyfriend and girlfriend. I was so scared to tell my mom that I had to send her an instant message on AOL because I really wasn't supposed to be dating as a Muslim girl at all, but I felt like I wanted to. I didn't want to miss out on it. So I told her in an instant message and it went a little something like this. Hi, Mom, it's Laila. Of course you know it's me. How's it going? Yeah, thanks for the ramen. It's phenomenal. Appreciate it. Please don't send any more. So I met this guy named Eric. He's from the East Coast. He's my boyfriend. And before you say anything, do not worry. There will not be anything inappropriate happening. I promise you, there will not be anything inappropriate happening ever. She wasn't mad. But we were together for 9 months until I decided to transfer to Northern Kentucky University in Highland Heights, Kentucky. A full 2 hours away, and neither of us had cars. But he did come to visit me though. Once.
He paid somebody $25 to take him from Wilberforce to Highland Heights to visit me. Somebody actually paid to see me. And when he left, we broke up. He couldn't handle the distance.
But I'll never forget, he said, well, you know, Elle, like, you about like 19 now, whatever, you just turned 19, whatever, like, when you get 23, mark my words though, 23, you're gonna be bad. I mean, you're already beautiful now, but like 23 is gonna be a year. You're gonna like blossom like a tulip or something, like, it's gonna be like, oh, you ain't gonna be worried about me.
So we fast forward to being 23 years old, and I'm alone in my dorm. And right now my job is being disordered. Disordered not just in the fact that I couldn't keep anything clean or organized. Well, I had met this guy. I thought it was gonna work out. But it didn't. He ended up marrying some other girl, and I would see them out together, and I would think, man, she's like this big. And me, I'm more like this big. I'm huge. 23 was supposed to be the year. Like, I'm 23, and my job right now is at 23, the B in Laila B.Hameen, it stood for bulimic. And that was a horrible job that I reported to quite frequently. And I've been sensitive about my weight since I was 8. I remember my mom wanted me to become more comfortable learning my left and my right, so she signed me up for color guard. So for this one performance, we were doing our routine to the Aladdin soundtrack. And it was, you Never Had a Friend Like Me, performed by the late great Robin Williams. So she was zipping me up in my uniform that day, and that day my job was to perform on a field with other little girls who didn't look like me. But my mom zipped me up in my uniform, and it fit a little snug than it did the last time. And I said, Mom, first of all, what are these things? Why are they here right now? I know my sisters have them, but they're 16 and 17. I'm 8. Why are these here? Are these fat? Because if they're fat, I don't want them on my body. Because you guys know I can't eat 2 tacos at Taco Bell anymore. That's the new rule, right? So why can't I eat them? Is it because you guys want me to become a beast? Or what was the word? Obese. That, yeah. Am I fat? And my mom said, no, Laila, you're 8 years old. You don't need to be worried about your weight. You just can't eat 2 tacos at Taco Bell anymore because it's not good for you. You just, Laila, you're just developing, okay? You're changing. It's really soon. It's just don't let anybody touch them. You're just developing. Okay, if I'm not fat, I guess these things will be here for a while until I figure out how to get rid of them. Moments later, the phone rang. And my dad said, okay, I'll get it. I said, no, I'll get it. It's mine. Grabbed it, got the phone. Hi, this is not my daddy. This is, Laila. But here is my daddy. I made a mistake. He said he was going to get it, and I did it, and I didn't listen. When he got off the phone, his voice was like the sound of thunder. He turned and looked me in my face.
Why would you do that? I told you not to get the phone. Why would you do that? You were not listening. I heard what you were saying to your mother. And you are fat. You're very fat.
Don't you ever do that again, do you hear me?
Mom? You just said I was fat. Which one is it? You said I wasn't. You said I'm confused because you said I... Don't forget it. I'm not going to color guard. I don't want those people looking at me, Mom. I don't want them to see me. I don't want them to hear me. We can't do it. I'm quitting it. I don't want them looking at me.
And then I remembered Robin Williams' voice. And I couldn't quit in that moment because I kept hearing him say, Laila, come on, what are you doing, kid? So I walked out onto the field and I wiped the tears from my eyes and I stood on a field with a bunch of girls who still didn't look anything like me. And I kind of imagined this little Robin Williams looking bee flying around me. He flew around my shoulders, just me, not anybody else, just me, because I was different. Buzzed around me, and he landed on my shoulder, and his face was Robin Williams, and he looked at me and he said, Laila, be yourself. And he flew away. And I did what I did. I was being myself, and I killed the color guard routine, and it was like nothing had ever happened. And after I was done, I knew that I had the ability to turn something on inside of me. I could put on a show, entertain people, make them smile, and then I could turn it off and walk off the field. The same shy and quiet Laila that I was before. So yeah, I know, rejection's a part of life. Unfortunately, it comes with the job, right? But frankly, I get tired of chewing. You know, you chew so much rejection, your jaw just can't chew that much anymore. It's really thick. And then you swallow it. There's a lot of thickness to swallow too. And then when you do swallow it, you gotta digest it. I don't want to digest it because you know what happens when you digest it, it sticks with you. 23, the Laila B.Hameen was bulimia. Until one day you were alone in your dorm and you almost choked. And you realize you can't do this anymore. You simply can't because you have so much to do. You have to get a real job when you're done with college. You know, it's going to be figured out. You are going to be a news anchor because that's what people told you should do. Acting's fun. News anchor, guaranteed insurance. Well, if I'm a news anchor, I can't really do much if I don't have teeth in my mouth, if they're burnt out from what I'm doing. I need my teeth. If I continue to be bulimic, that's one more thing for people to say that I'm not black enough. Because, you know, black girls don't do that. It's one more thing to get teased for. I have to stop. I'm going to stop. I'm resigning from that job. It's not getting me anywhere. 23 years old and I was alone in my dorm and it felt like everybody had somebody but me. And I didn't realize I was more than enough. I can't help but to wonder what life's gonna be like after college. How many loans am I gonna have to pay back? We're all on borrowed time anyway, it seems like. I stopped. To 2013, 14, 15, and some of 16, I'm still in Cincinnati with the worst allergies ever. allergy. Well, I'm still here in the city of Cincinnati, and I figured, hey, why not stay here and make the best out of it? So I got a job at iHeartRadio, Cincinnati, on the 6th floor, behind the desk. I'm an executive assistant to the EVP of engineering, which is basically a fancy title for the lady who gets him his salads in the afternoon. But you know what? I'm employed, and I'm employed in my major, and this is gonna be the job I'll have for a while. During that year, I was also employed as a hopeless romantic for a fellow named Hesitant Hank. Well, Hesitant Hank was supposedly the male version of me. Well, that's what he said, and I believed it. One day I saw Hesitant Hank perform at a local bar, and I had known him for years prior. After the show, he approached me and he's like,
Oh, hey, Laila. What's going on? You look great. It's been like, what, 11 years? This is really cool. You don't drink, do you? I was going to offer you, I mean, I want to drink. Okay, whatever. So, what's going on? Like, you seem, like, happy.
Yeah, I'm actually, pretty good. Working at the radio station, it's cool. It's in my major. It's kind of a snooze sometimes, but it pays the bills,
Cool. That's cool. So, like, you think maybe you want to, like, maybe get something to eat or drink or something one day, or, like, maybe hang out? Yeah, like, I think it'd be fun. You seem like the female version of me.
Maybe he was the male version of me, I thought. Wouldn't be bad to at least try to hang out. So we hung out the following week and we met at a restaurant. It was a very, very cold February night. I walked into the restaurant and it was heat permeating throughout the whole atmosphere. I walked in and I saw him across the way and I got nervous. And when I get nervous, like really nervous, my hands get real slappy. I don't know what happens. It's a weird reaction to like nerves.
He looked over and he walked over and he's like, it's Laila. Like, what's up with your hand and stuff? You okay?
Yeah, I'm just really cold. Just cold.
Cool. You and your hand want to come meet down. Sit me and your hand. You want to like hang out with your hand and me?
Sure. Yeah. So we walked over to the bar and we sat for a minute. And he asked me about theater. And he said,
So Laila, like, I hear that you do theater. You like Rocky Horror Picture Show and stuff? Because it just seems like really gay. Like too gay for me, I don't really know about that.
I like theater. A lot of people are in theater. It's not just people that are gay. Man, this is not going to work out. Why am I still sitting with this guy? Oh my god. But he's the male version of me. So pay attention. Be lucky someone actually likes you. Right? Come on, pay attention to him. Look past his slight homophobic mentality. A couple days later, we hung out again. He sent all sorts of confusing messages.
Laila, my friend said if me and you had a baby, like the baby would be perfect. I'm gonna move to this house, so like maybe you could like help me like pick out paint samples and stuff.
That seemed like serious stuff. I thought I was in love with Hesitant Hank. He wasn't quite in love with me. Shortly after, he told me that he started seeing somebody else, and that he was admittedly very shallow. And he asked me how my dog was. I never had a dog. But apparently I was good at talking with them, and dating them, and having drinks with them too. I thought I was in love with Hesitant Hank, but I wasn't. And love is a really, really scary thing, and I wasn't ready for that job. It's really scary. It's like you're going to a movie by yourself, or eating dinner by yourself. It's not that bad, but like you have all these deep feelings and emotions all by yourself, and it's scary. He said I was wife material. And at that time, I thought that I wanted to change the fabric that was in me because I didn't want to be that material. I wanted to be the material for him, not the wife material that he didn't want. I thought I was in love with Hesney, but I was not. And by that point, I had gotten laid off. So I was out of job. I had no job and I had no love life, and I felt like I was a loser. And I kept thinking, man, I'm constantly just like, I'm waiting on a lot of things. I'm waiting on the best job. I'm waiting for my taxes. I'm waiting for the best audition of my life. I'm waiting for the dream role that I probably may not ever get unless I make it myself. I'm always waiting on something. I've been waiting and working since I was 8. I've been working at diversity. I've been working at loving myself. I've been working at loving other people. And I keep waiting and waiting and waiting. It's like I'm walking around a parking lot looking for a car that doesn't even exist. It's not even there. I guess it all starts from my father anyway. The things that I wish I had the courage to tell my father. Man, that was a job I've been working at since forever. For the courage of the things I wish I could tell my father, I would say, you know, I feel very powerful knowing that you don't really know a lot about me. You never ask, I never tell you. Do you remember the last time that we saw each other? I do. You wanted to gather all of your children together for some type of solidarity dinner. You were so consumed with this random distant cousin who happened to walk into that restaurant, you barely said 3 words to me. You were only visiting town for a couple of hours. You barely said 3 words to me. The kid you never really talked to. I want to tell you that I'm about to graduate with a Master of Arts in Communications. Yeah, I don't have a plan after that exactly, except to eat the donuts at graduation right afterwards, but I'm about to graduate with a Master of Arts in Communications. I'm directing a documentary, and I've got a lead part in this Christian movie called Grandma's Hands. It'll be straight to DVD. But you couldn't have heard of it. Thank you very much for the car, Dad. I mean, it's beautiful, but honestly, I feel like we learned that a long time ago. You remember that time that me, you, and Mom went to Kings Island when, I don't know, I was maybe about 7? Man, we had so much fun that day. When Mom took me to go get on some kiddie ride, and you told us to meet you at a certain location at a certain time when we were done. We got off the ride and you weren't there. It was 1993. We didn't have any cell phones. So Mom looked around at the amusement park and she said, well, Laila, you know what? I think your father's probably in the parking lot. Let's go walk. And so we walked. We walked, and 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 we walked for what felt like hours in that parking lot. You see, I'm flat-footed. I don't have an arch. So it felt like I was walking on every rock and pebble and stone in the parking lot. Man, Mom, he must have hit that car really good because I don't see it anywhere. Mom! Mom! After a couple seconds, she just turned and looked at me. She said, well, Laila? The car's not here. Her father left. But don't worry, we're gonna get a ride home back to Dayton. My brother, your Uncle Chuck, will take us back, okay? So don't worry, we just gotta go make a phone call at the payphone, okay? Come on.
Why are they still here? They are so scary. Why am I still here? When we're stuck in an amusement park and it's not as fun as I hoped it would be. I just want to go home. We got a ride home the next day back to Dayton. I remember I was so mad. The first thing that I did was I went to my room and I grabbed a picture that me and you took at Kings Island months earlier. And I held that picture up and I stared at it. And I went to the bathroom where you were standing there shaving. And you turned and looked at me. And I held that picture up in my 7-year-old hands and I ripped it up. And I walked away. I was so mad. But I had no words. So you know, you can't paint over belt marks that are left in walls. You can cover up holes in doors with calendars. I didn't get any bruises, but I clearly have to heal from something. Thank you for protecting us, against the bad guys, the bullies, the mean teachers, even the potential predators. The only person you didn't protect us against was you. But I forgive. Because Mom forgives. You know, people tell me I look so much like you, and it's supposed to be a compliment. Sometimes I don't want your face. If I could take it off and put someone else's on, I would. If I could take the cells and you put it inside my body out of me, I would. But I would lose half of you. I would lose the good that is within you. Because see, I'm half Paula Elizabeth Hameen, and I'm half Basim Ali Hameen. You put these two together, you got Laila. I would lose the good that is within you. So thank you very much for the card, Dad. It is beautiful. I can't wait to hold the keys up and show Mom. I'll say, Mom, guess what? Guess what? I found the card. Only took 16 years, but I found it. We found it, and I'm driving all the time. Only problem is there's still this 7-year-old little girl who's kind of walking around the parking lot looking for cars that don't exist. They're not even there. You got a map for her? To the year 2017. The year still didn't learn how to clean my room, still can't organize much, I'm still walking on rocks into my 30s. But I decided to get a job working in education while pursuing my acting career. So I got a job working as an instructional assistant for Cincinnati Public Schools. It was either accept a job position as bill collector or work as a teacher's aide. I went for a bill collector because I'm not a traitor. I don't want to call myself or my friends asking for the money that we owe. I'd end up calling myself. I'm not going to do that. I'd rather work with kids and help build up stronger kids
Because I know it's a lot harder to help build up broken adults. It's not impossible, but I'd be dang if a child gets broken in front of me. So I end up working for the Cincinnati Public School District as an IA, and I love it. I work with 8 amazing little boys in the multiple disability unit, and they keep me busy, and they keep me bruised too, and they keep me sick, but they keep me humble. Because I'll never forget the moment I felt when I saw their beautiful faces for the first time, the smiles, everything. Because everyone told me, don't smile at these kids. They don't need smiles, they need hard love. How am I not going to smile at a kid? That's kind of weird. I smiled and I had fun and I had them do imaginary games. We did acting together sometimes. And I never forgot because they kept me grounded to feeling like a kid. The kid that I always was before bad things happened. And they helped me with my imagination, and they helped me channel my inner voice. And they helped me reconnect back into acting even deeper. Something that was introduced to me by a lovely woman named Sue Kennedy. She was my 6th grade music teacher. And when I wear blazers and stuff like this to teach the kids, I pictured myself as the Black Susan Kennedy.
You know, Miss Kennedy had thin her lip and her teeth were out more, and she was very, expressive with her hands too. She would come into our class, she would come in and say, okay, kids, welcome to music class. Today we're going to play the tambourine to David Cassidy, I Think I Love You for the 15th time, okay? You're going to love it, because I loved it. Hey, by the way, we've got news. We've got a musical coming up, everybody. We have a musical. It's going to be called Reading, Writing, and Rocking. That's right. Reading, Writing, and Rocking. We're not doing that rock and roll stuff, but we're going to have a musical. We're going to have auditions coming up very soon, okay? So what you want to do is maybe audition for a part. All right, let's get your tambourines out there. Cassidy in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
And as the beat came in, da 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 da, I couldn't think about anything, but I want to audition for the part of something. The girl that everybody made fun of for not talking in class, I'm going to do this. And it's reading, writing, and rocking. Maybe I could like rock with it. Maybe I can incorporate some Green Day or something one day. But until then, me and my best friend Mandy, we're going to do this. I turned to Mandy that day and I said, hey Mandy, put your tambourine down for a second. We're going to audition for the musical. Yeah, I know. We've never really acted before, but we both watch TV. It looks really easy. We should do it. We get to miss school if we get cast. You know the school we're gonna miss? It's gonna be great. So we show up to the audition, and Miss Kennedy's like,
Honey, good to see you. Are you lost? Where are you going?
I said, well, I want to audition for a part. There's a character named Chris. I don't know if Chris is a boy or a girl. Mandy wants to be Marty, and that might be a boy too, but we still want to audition.
She said, well, okay, honey, show us what you got. You're very quiet. Go for it. Okay.
And so me and Mandy showed up to the audition together, and we read for Marty and Chris. We found out days later that we got the parts, and we got to miss a lot of school. But we made up for it. But we got to act. We were actors. And I'll never forget, Miss Kennedy handed me a program that everybody got in the school. But she wrote me a letter.
Dear Laila, fantastic! You really worked hard at improving your performance. Wherever you are next year, please continue in your chorus and your drama. You have a lot of talent and can do great things. June 5th, 1997, love, Miss Kennedy.
She said I had talent, I believed her. And I listened to her. I continued with my acting and my drama. And I wanted to continue to inspire kids just like she inspired me. Everybody gets laid off in a way. If you don't have any money in the budget to keep your position in the company, you get laid off, apparently. If somebody doesn't really love you that much back, you get laid off, and sometimes your father doesn't give you enough attention. That feels like a layoff too. but it's up to you to determine the value of that experience. I can't help but to wonder what my old unofficial mentor, Fat Joe, would think of my life experience. Fat Joe, the rapper. Go! He'd probably tell me to do some cool freestyle or something. You know, maybe. Hey, alarm clock, you think I can freestyle? You wanna give me another beat? Okay, I'm gonna try it. Alright, let's get there. So people always want to know, what's this laid off girl about? Did she ever find a job? Who is she? What race is she? How do you pronounce her name? Okay, I'll answer the questions in a minute, but let me get to the introduction first, okay? So, well, I'm a black chick with an Arabic name. Yeah, I'm a little goofy and I ain't got no shame. People telling me all the time that I'm so lame. Just this really cute chick with this hair you can't tame. It ain't about the fame, it's all just a game. But I ain't going nowhere, cause man, I just came. Laid off, get your mind at the gutter. Put me next to a dude, all I do is stutter. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Laila. This Hameen's daughter. People tell me that I look just like my father. Thinking, dude, why did he even bother? He ain't been in my life since I was this taller. But I guess it's never too late. Honestly, it's really hard for me to date. Maybe we can be father and daughter again. I mean, maybe all I gotta do is pick up a pen. Soul. Definitely need a pencil, I make a lot of mistakes. Definitely need a pencil. I'm gonna write the ideas out. I'm gonna sort it out. I'm gonna get down to the bottom of this depression and pit of my stomach. And I'm gonna write a play. I'm gonna write it and I'm gonna type it and I'm gonna do characters and stuff and I'm gonna call it laid off. Yeah. Watch me. Thank you for experiencing with me. My name is Laila Hameen. You all are wonderful. Thank you. This was our first time not collaborating together, but our first time playing throughout the whole performance with music.
I was originally